We started with a pilot where we took a group of willing staff. We're still working with a group of willing staff. We've not mandated it for all staff. And a couple of us have trained and immersed ourselves in coaching. And we've started coaching people in all sorts of contexts in the school. So one-to-one executive type coaching, but around aspects of teaching practice, around leadership issues. And we did that as a pilot to clarify what the structure would look like, clarify what the process would look like in our context. I think that's really important.
And I think it was fairly strategic. We thought about how we might involve people across the school and who to involve. And I had the decision to make whether or not I would get the whole executive trained or to go with another model. And through discussion we had 2 deputies, a couple of head teachers and a number of other key people in the school who shared the passion and wanted to embed the model in the school.
Well, I participated in a coaching program myself and I saw the benefits of being a participant in that. And I spoke with my colleagues. I'm a Director of Public Schools in New South Wales. I've got 32 principals with whom I work. I spoke to them about the concept of coaching and whether they'd be interested in engaging with that and investing with it, which they were. So we developed a leadership group amongst the principals. We had 6 or 7 in that group and started to look at a plan for implementing coaching, which included the leadership group participating in a leadership coaching program along with others in the principal network. And that built insight and understanding around coaching, and then we started looking at how we would deliver coaching programs to teachers within our schools as well.
The more we knew about where we were heading and what was all about, the better it was for us being coached. Eventually, of course, the idea is that our model at the school is that teachers coach teachers. So one teacher coaches another teacher, who coaches another teacher, and so on.
What we've used in terms of the Australian Performance Standards for Teachers and the Australian Performance Development Framework, we've looked at that to say, well, here's a bunch of standards. Here is, a national set of standards that teachers across Australia are using, and through that process we've talked about a culture of improving, not proving. So we use the standards to go through that as a self-reflection tool, then as a conversation starter. So the data and the feedback that they get from those from that self-reflection tool is then able to turn into a peer coaching and other coaching sessions. So we use that data against the Australian Performance Standards for Teachers to drive improvement in teacher practice. What does it look like? What do they want it to look like? And how will they know when learning has really been achieved?
Basically, we're creating a cascade model of training people so that we have a significant portion of the staff that have had their capacity built. We have coaching completely embedded as part of our performance and development framework. So we're authentically implementing the AITSL performance and development framework, but we use that with a growth model. So the teachers follow that model as part of their conversations that they have with their performance developer. We do termly check-ins as part of that as well. So rather than an annual process, we do the termly check-ins. We have, so informal and formal coaching conversations are occurring on a regular basis.
It became very clear that middle management development in our school was an area definitely in need of professional development and support. I was in the midst of working with GCI and becoming an accredited coach, and I thought there's a perfect meshing here of what I'd like to be doing and what the school needs. I coached, as part of my training, I coached my line manager. She was the visionary in a way who saw, yes, this is exactly what we need.